one passion is Jesus, one passion is to love God, or one purpose is to love our neighbors as ourselves. The gospel is the greatest story ever told. The gospel is the story of God and how much He loves humanity. And is our one purpose in life is to live out the gospel in our lives and others. The gospel is the power of God to save us. The gospel is the power of God to transform. The gospel is the power of God to redeem. For the sake of the gospel, now we have a mission to preach the gospel, to live out the gospel in our lives and where we're at in our communities. Romans 12:1. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God, for this is true worship. That is our goal in life, is to worship Jesus with our lives. So when it comes to being holy, it's not about being perfect. It's not about, being the goody two-shoes. It's not about, being religious and trying to be better than everybody else. When it comes to being holy, all it is that you love God so much that you want to hate everything that gets in the way of you and Him. For the sake of the gospel, we do what? Live in community. That means that we, as the church, we are the body. We are one body. We are a big family. Acts 2:42, it says, as they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to fellowship, and the breaking of bread, and to prayer. So this is what community is supposed to look like. For the sake of the gospel, we live on mission. Let me give you guys a couple verses before I forget. Matthew 28:19. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations. Mark 16:15. Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation. Guys, guess what? Because of what Jesus did for us, now we have a job to do. Now we get to do an awesome thing for Jesus, and that is live on mission. You guys love Jesus? If you love Jesus, you should talk about Him. Guys, you know why I'm a youth pastor? Because I love Jesus, and I want to tell you guys about Jesus because I love Him, because He changed my life. Because of Him, I get to live forever in the presence of God, and that's amazing. And because of that, I love Jesus. So I want to tell all of you guys to love Jesus all the time and only love Jesus forever. And here's the thing. We got to understand the gospel. It saved us. It is the power of God to save everyone. It's the power of God to save our friends. How many of you guys here have friends that don't know Jesus? How many of you guys have friends that don't know Jesus? How many of you guys know people in your school that desperately need Jesus? People that are sick, that are depressed, that are living in complete darkness, and you know they need Jesus. Will you give them Jesus?